I have to do a little recording about this place or this YouTube channel on YouTube, and it often puts out videos with Moji, who's a great guy. He's a somewhat enlightened being, and I sent a message because I want help spreading the message. In a human body, I use human words. I use human actions in order to speak to other human bodies. Does that make sense? It should. Well, I sent them a message and the guy said, why do you need help? Look at it and observe. It is the way you've learned to always ask from helping outside, never inside. I haven't asked for any help outside. This all came from not even inside, from the divine part. That's what I'm trying to explain. But people aren't used to that. So they can't understand when they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments from seekers looking for answers. But what I did is I went on YouTube looking for the people that I thought made more sense than the others. And I sent them messages saying, hey man, I can actually help you. But they don't want to hear that because they're playing their role as the spiritual guide. And they're telling people good things, clear your mind, be at one with nature, be at one with your mind, observe your thoughts. And he says, observe without words in your head. Just have insight in all this. Then you will see what is needed to change. And by changing yourself, you are changing the world. Because you are the world and the world is you, infinite love. And of course, I know that. But yes, and people have the choice, and people have the, I guess, right to make mistakes and to be ignorant on purpose. But if you yourself are living in a human body, and your children and family and everyone you know in your life are some of those people that are in human bodies doing these things, then you definitely want to help them. You don't just sit with your eyes closed and observe your thoughts. This is something that you're learning by watching too many meditation videos and not having a true experience other than maybe a good feeling in your human body. Like, you may think you've seen divine astral spirits, but that's your brain playing tricks on you. My brain did not play tricks on me. My brain is clear. I have a genius IQ, whoopee-doo, but at the same time, everything I say makes complete sense. I can explain everything about the past. I don't know any spiritual teachers who can truly show you things about the past, and it's not a competition. I'm just saying this because true help is here, and I'm trying to let people know that true help is here without sounding like something that they're going to say, he's coming from an ego, but I don't have a person anymore. I'm a human being in a body, yeah. I'm a spiritual being in a human body, but I'm not some guy who just thinks he knows. This is a message from the divine that told me that this is my job to do. So I said, it's not that at all. I've had the divine wisdom placed in me, and everyone just ignores it. I'm really a vital piece of our puzzle, and I can more than help. I can even explain God itself to anyone who would listen, even Moji. And he's great, but I can take it further. The truth is, I'm trying to help you, but I was being modest by saying what I said in the first message. I'm coming from nothing but divine love, so I hope you don't take that as the wrong message. Love and light to you always. And then they say, understood, but read that what I have asked you. And they spell all their words wrong too. Why do you want help? Why do you think people need help? What is your relationship with the world? Inquire me in this video. And then he sent me a link to some video with some normal guy in an Under Armour shirt telling me, saying the same thing about observing your thoughts and quieting your mind and doodly-doodly-doo, the same stuff that everybody teaches. And then he says after that, be attentive and observe without thinking. Develop skill of observation. Then you will be able to do what is needed when is needed, because true intelligence can operate through you. You will act not from experience, which is always past, and past is knowledge, and knowledge is always limited, but from pure observation, infinite love. And I'm thinking, you know what, dude? You've heard that on way too many meditation videos, and you've done too many meditations listening to those words, that you're just spewing out what you've heard. You're just regurgitating what you've heard. Just like people who say that we live in a country with laws and you got to follow them and we're in a free country, they're just spewing that out because they've heard that so much and it programmed itself in their mind. Now you've programmed your mind to something else that's a little better, infinite light and love. Be observant and and watch your thoughts. But once you've gotten past that, you don't have to sit and play the stupid game of trying to meditate to find out the truth when you are the truth. Now, most people aren't used to hearing that. And the reason that I say the word help, no, I don't need any help. I could just die off in the woods, but I don't want to live in a world, even if it's just a fake simulation reality that some people say, but it's not. It's divine love happening right in front of us, and we're supposed to help each other. That's what we are supposed to do. I have helped myself to the fullest degree, and if you listened to me, you would see what I mean. And I'm not trying to be anything but honest. So, and then I said, never mind. You're thinking I'm some average person. I'm a spiritual master just as Moji. But how else can I say these in words? That's what I'm saying. Like, how else can I say this in words so people get it? We only have limited words in our vocabularies. Be attentive and observe your thinking is very elementary. I'm in contact with the divine at all times. Nobody wants to listen. That's why I'm looking for like-minded people such as Moji. The same reason he does it is why I do it. I love you. Blessings on your confusion. That's what I said back to him. And if you think about it, okay, why do I want help? No, I said, can you help me help the world? I don't want his help. I'm already trying to help the world. I am helping the world. But with people like him who have hundreds of thousands of people in front of him, yeah, he gets it a lot. People that are making a channel watching his stuff don't get it very much except for regurgitating the stuff they have in their heads. So this person with this channel, Infinite Love Meditation Club, great. I mean, it's a great channel. You know, they're helping people. But why are they doing that with their channel? You know, your channel is helping people. So why are you putting it there? Oh, just so people can see. Oh, well, that's the same thing as helping, right? Oh, it's just putting it there for them to know. Oh, okay, well, that's just another word, right? Well, I used the word help because I just want to put the knowledge out there for people to have the answers so they can actually have them, not so they can wonder, not so all the spiritual beings who say they know so much that can't explain anything about the past. But I can explain everything about the past. I can explain everything about the future, and I can explain the present. But nobody takes it seriously because they're not used to hearing it, because the true divine being has never been realized in this articulate with the truth about everything. And that's the problem that people don't want to hear. Now, if they think that doesn't make sense, I would say, well, the reason that I won't promote myself and do all this stuff is because, one, when you are trying to look out and get other people with money, you're playing, okay, if I use money to promote myself and get recognition, that's an act of greed. That's an act of status. And if he doesn't get that, then he's confused. Because if you have the truth, I won't pay a dollar bill to give somebody the truth. I won't conform to the idea of, if you really believe that nature needs our help, which it doesn't really, but at the same time, if we want to live together with it, then we got to coexist, put it that way. So if you don't think that's true, then fine, believe that we should keep chopping down trees and making money to exchange back and forth for people. But that's not the case. The case is we need people who actually know what's right and what's going on, and not say, observe your thoughts. Lose your ego. I'm like, I have no ego. My person has been gone for a long time. My person used to be a sex addict, party animal, and that was over 3 years ago. Now this guy has had nothing but divine interaction since then. I've seen the future, and I even knew about everything that was going to happen before it happened, but I couldn't tell anybody because the more I make it a reality in my mind, the more it happens in the world. So I don't want to talk about it. I keep telling the people that are in my family to please turn the TV off. I don't want to hear it. When people start talking about negative stories, I keep saying, hey, you don't want to finish that because it's going to install itself in my mind, and you're saying it out loud, and it's going back into your divine mind, and it's going to recreate it for you. And people don't understand that. So then that's one level. And then this person with this channel is just another person who heard another person say some stuff, and his mind thinks that, there's no way that this random comment on my YouTube channel could be from somebody who knows what they're talking about. But the problem is, I'm the only one who truly knows what I'm talking about. Truly. A lot of people are getting there because I unlocked it in a non-time space, and everybody's starting to have it happen now. So now we have to stop living in a world where we're going to become one with robots. Whether a person thinks that it makes sense or not, I could tell them why. And it's a spiritual math problem coming from the divine. And if a spiritual math problem works out with an absolute equation, an absolute solution, then guess what? That's a spiritual thing that we're supposed to follow. And you think you're a human being with an ego, with fake rights and fake privileges, and you don't have those. You're here to learn, live and learn, and you're not going to live and learn if you don't stay within the natural law. And that's what I'm trying to teach people when I say help. But I was too modest and I didn't want to sound a certain way, because people always think bad when you say, I can teach people, because their ego gets hurt and says, you don't know any more than I do. But I do. And I'm not trying to compare, but I do. I know more about what's really going on here than anybody I've ever met, including Moji and all those great people. And I've said that. It's nothing that I'm trying to put anybody down, but how could I say it? If you knew something more than somebody else, would you say, well, I actually know more than that guy about the subject, but I'm not trying to put him down, I just do. So what are you supposed to do at that point? Just let people be confused? And I said, blessings on your confusion, because they're just a person with a YouTube channel trying to get monetization and, getting paid for it, which is not a divine thing, which is not a spiritual thing. Money isn't spiritual. We are spiritual, and our minds have gotten in the way, and we've put money in place of value. And we don't even value the other living beings. More people value money than living beings. And the people who say they don't value money as much as living beings and value living beings are getting paid plenty of money. And where does the money come from? Do you believe that there's trees there? Do you think this is just a world that doesn't exist? I'm sorry, meditation club, but you're wrong. And I love you, and that's why I have to correct you, because this is natural law. And you can't go around lying to yourself and lying to other people and telling me, a spiritual master who knows exactly what I'm talking about, that observe your thoughts in elementary, or elementary statements like that. And then they send me a link to some guy in an Under Armour shirt talking the same thing that's just a repeat. And I'm not trying to put any of them down. I'm trying to wake them up too. Just because you watch spiritual masters doesn't mean you're really doing what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe once in a while. I do it every moment of every day. So, I love you guys. Peace.